In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make these super cute little needle and skein ornaments. You can put these on your Christmas tree as a nice little miniature, or you can just have them. It's a perfect way to use your scrap yarn, just a tiny amount that's not enough for a pom-pom or the heel on socks. This one's a little bit chubbier, so you can see you can make them in quite a few different ways. And then these ones are super small. I ended up actually making them a little bit larger so that you could really see the detail. So what you're going to do to make these, I'm going to show you how to make this size. It's about 3 inches tall. So you're going to cut a piece of cardboard. I used a cereal box. Cut a piece of cardboard that's 8 inches long and just a couple inches wide. It doesn't need to be very big. And you're going to take a scrap fingering weight yarn. This is actually quite a bit left over, but I'm going to show you with this ball. So to get a 3-inch little skein, you're going to need an 8-inch piece of cardboard. For these smaller ones that are about 2 inches, you're going to need a 6-inch piece of cardboard. But I recommend the 8-inch piece just because it's a good size. So to begin, you're going to lay your yarn over the top of the cardboard, just leaving a little tail right there hanging over. You'll tie that later. And then you're going to wrap around the long way of your cardboard 20 times. So 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So try not to let it get a little tight, but this cardboard is kind of flimsy, so it will want to bend. Once you have that 20 times, you can do more or less if you want a skinnier or thicker skein, but these I did 20 with, and I think that's a good amount to show the detail and make it look like a real full-size skein. So then I'm just going to snip that yarn, leaving a little bit of a tail, and I'm going to tie these together just to hold it. Just one knot, and then I'm going to go underneath with one of the pieces, and then I'm going to tie a double knot right there just to really hold it in place. All right, so then when you'll slide it off and you have this loop of yarn. So hold this part, the little knot, and then with this hand twist. You want to twist quite a few times. It'll get kind of tight, but not too many. Just once it starts to kind of want to curl, that's good. And then you take off your finger there, just twist that little piece a little bit more. And then you're going to fold it in half and put this end through that little loop. You just poke it through there. This is how a skein of yarn is actually wound. And then you just let it twist around itself. You might need to adjust it a little to make it look good. So cute. And then I'll take these two little tails. I'm gonna cut those, and I'm just gonna tuck them in behind that little piece. So I put this part at the bottom just because to tie around to make it hang on the Christmas tree, I like to loop through there. So I'm going to cut another little piece of yarn, just a couple inches long. And you can either do this with a needle, or I'm going to use a crochet hook because I have one handy. You can poke it through there, and you just want one strand pulled through. So just like that. Pull these ends up together and tie a knot. Just like that. And then the final step is the needles. So interestingly enough, what I used for the needles is toothpicks, just the round toothpicks. I grabbed two, and then to make one of the ends flat, you can see how one end is flat and then one end is pointed. I just actually took scissors and cut off that point. Kind of have to work hard to squeeze those scissors, but it will go. Careful not to lose that little point. It's kind of sharp. So there we have a flat end and a pointy end, just like a knitting needle. So then I'm going to cut this one as well. Alright, so we have another one. If you need to, you can file those down a little bit, but these are pretty good. Alright, and then, final step, we're going to add our knitting needles. So you'll poke them through. If you kind of twist it while you're going through, it'll keep it from getting caught on the yarn as much. One through, and then you can put two on one side, one across. I'm going to do across. Hopefully I can get this one to look good. You kind of need to work with these a little bit because it's hard to get them to look perfect the first time. So just poke that through, twist it around, and there we go. We have a little needle and skein Christmas ornament. So you can hook that on your tree. You can add a little miniature label if you need. And you can use any amount of yarn. So again, this size, the 3-inch, I used 8-inch cardboard. And for these little ones, these little 2-inch ones, I used a 6-inch piece of cardboard. There you have it, little Christmas ornament. Enjoy!